Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Open Learning. That's Teach Yourself Retail Management, and week 2. Today is the 6th of February 2025, and today we'll be discussing the topic structures of retail market or retail market structures. Primarily, you the viewer, you would familiarize yourself with what retail mix, and then the categories or the types of retail markets. All right, you would observe, or you have observed, that we have tabletop selling going on in your area. Don't forget that retail is only successful provided the retailer effectively meets the needs and wants of consumers. All right, so then, if that be the case, retaining these consumers is key. It's not just a hit and run. There's the hit and run tactics or strategy, but this is not hit and run. We're thinking of loyal customers as well. All right, so then earlier on last week we talked about the difference between customers and then consumers. We talked about what is retail actually, and then we went on to describe a bit of them. But today we're looking at the types of retail, and to understand the type of retails, we need to know what are the retail mix. It's in two fronts. One front is looking at the market mix. That's the product, the price, the place, the promotion, the presentation. It's also another. Even the services that goes with it. All right. So then the other bit of retail mix is what? The varieties and the assortment. The type of products, the merchandise products or the products on sale. Then of course the level of services. If that be the case, let's just go straight into what the retail mix and then match it with the type of we mentioned the type of retail, then we match it with the criterion. That's the retail mix criterion effectively. Then we can appreciate it. Let's look at the hawkers. Hawkers are retailers. You find someone in Accra or outside Accra with wax prints on the arm, maybe some perfumes in a bag, and few items, some jewelries in the hand. First, the arm carries wax prints, and they walk about. Those are mobile hawkers. Then we have those who hawk on the street. And you enter the high streets in Accra, you have young men who carry yam. You know yam, about 6 or 7 roll on the arm, in traffic prone. Then we have our ladies who also sell in a pan or a pan. They put the items, the assorted items, normally food products, on a pan and selling. And sometimes I get worried about that. It's because it's the informal sector, but it's a bit not too good. Not because it shouldn't be done, but because it's more of there's no social security with it and no pension plan with it, and that's rather unfortunate. But then it's a type of retail. Okay, then that's hawking. We can go on to another type of hawking, which is quite on the floor. There's a mat on the floor or a carpet on the floor or on the ground. We have the Kwasi Adjah in Ghanaian markets, where close to the dump. That's why they call it Kwasi Adjah, close to the refuse dump. And so they just put the rag or the maybe 2 yards of wax print on the floor, or a mat on the floor, 2 yards by a yard, 2 yards length and a yard width, a yard breadth. They spread it on the floor and then put yam or cassava or tomato and other items on it. They have few assorted items, and all this they make, they just take small space. They don't make more than $100 in a day or $5,000 in a year. So they operate on bargaining. You bargain for the price of the item, even though they call the price, you still bargain, and then this bargaining, haggling for the price comes in, and then they take, because sometimes it's more of emotional buying. It's not it's something that's sympathetic buying, because you think if you don't buy for them, they may go hungry, which is true actually. So you just buy off them. It's not just convenient, but it has this emotional attachment to it, and that's important. And so people should buy from them. I mean, these are poor hawkers who need to make a living, a decent living. Though they're informal, so they avoid tax because they are mobile, or they sell on the street, the rag on the floor on the street, and when the cops are coming, they quickly just fold their cloth with the items, twist the knot around it, and then put on their shoulder, and off they go to avoid the police for tax purposes. All right, let's buy from them, because they are not actually wrong people, they are not actually evil people, but they are working for a living. They may not be able to afford the brick and mortar setting, and so we should use at least that emotional buying out of them. Okay, that's just the hawkers. Then we have the rummage. The rummage retail, that's where you have some people display most of their items from used clothes in their houses, in front of their houses, and sell for charity. And then we have another form, which is also retail anyway. Besides the rummage, we have the street, the street hawking. The street hawking is such that you can have the kiosk. The kiosk retail. The kiosk retail are various types. You can have the restaurant kind of, you know, a kiosk. A kiosk is just a mostly wooden container that's about 8 feet wide, 8 feet wide, 8 feet long. So it's about 8 by 8 square feet container, which is made of wood. Or even if it's made of metal, it then has an umbrella on the side, and then maybe for a coffee shop, they just do that. They also just use that small space, no more than a 12 feet square, and that's where they sell from. It could be restaurants, or it could be hot dogs. Hot dog sales. That's in the west. Let's go for a break and back, Then we're right back, and we're talking about these kiosks and container shops. These container shops, the kiosk shops, are normally 8 by 8 square feet, so they don't take more than 12 square feet. And the pricing there, there's no frills, there's no advertising about it, there's no additional cost to it, there's no packaging that's special about it, there's no promotions such as buy one get one free. No, if it's just a beef burger kind of restaurant or coffee shop, then you just sit and take coffee. They put some chairs around it, maybe a 12 square feet kind of container or kiosk that they take. And in the 70s in Ghana, there used to be a lot of containers, kiosk shops, mostly blue kiosk shops, and they were mostly for alcoholic beverages. That's the local beverage apothecary with different varieties. When we say varieties, when we say assortment, we get to that point. So the varieties here is that they have the apothecary, but they have apothecary, they have various bitters. So that's the variety. The variety is just the breadth of differences. Then the assortment is the depth. The apothecary, we have mahogany apothecary, we have neem tree apothecary, we have other varieties of apothecary. I don't think so, but I know they have. So that's the depth of apothecary that we have. So we have various of them. So that's the variety. They sell, maybe the blue kiosk sells apothecary, they sell gin, they sell schnapp, they sell whiskey, they sell brandy, and they sell soft drinks sometimes. Okay, so that's the container shops. If it's a hot dog shop, that's what they do. Maybe cheeseburger, beef burger, chicken burger, and don't forget the other one is the doner kebab shops. Doner kebab shops are on the streets. For an instance, you want doner kebab, they are just juicy. Just go for them. Either it's chicken kebab or lamb kebab. They just grill it on the bar and then slice, and off you go, you get a price. There are no frills about it. The price is just as it is. You don't have to bargain for it. The reason is that these are all retails. They are meeting the needs and wants of consumers or customers. If they do that effectively, they get a callback or a buyback. Once they get a buyback and continuously the customer base increases, then they have loyal customers, and that's one thing we should always have in mind. So the price is just fixed, no frills about the price. The location is small. The other retail mix is the varieties. Yes, of course, if they are, unfortunately, the doner kebab, they sell maybe lamb or only chicken, but some other doner kebabs or kebab sellers have grown into pork kebab, goat kebab, chicken kebab, lamb kebab. It's good spicing. All right, so that's the varieties and the assortment. Then the services they render, some we call them aboki or abochi. We call them just by their names, maybe John or Kwesi or something. Can you give me 2 doner kebab for a tenner? That's the price, tenner. Then you just pay and then you take it. I need well spice. They have this already chili spice, and then they have fresh chili that they've sliced, onions they've sliced, and then tomato that they can add to it and pack it up nicely. So, and salt. And there could be various, it could be even marinated. It could be marinated. So there are various of them in these kebab sellers. Okay, so that's as for those container retail shops. Then now let's go to those are all informal. Let's go to the formal one, because most of these don't pay taxes. They're informal. So let's not chase them out of business, or we kill people. Let's not chase them out of business, or we kill people. We don't have to kill people. People have to work. And then if we can get them to pay tax. For an instance, you go to Nairobi, and then you have the ground shop. They put the mat on the floor and then the hawking. Then they are selling. They sell few varieties, tomato, pepper, and then they even sell wax print. You know, this Nairobi Kenyans have this unique prints, unique wax print that they weave. That's so unique, very colorful and unique for the Maasai cloth. You could get them when you go to Nairobi. All right, so that's just an aspect of it. All right, let's just now go to the formal sector, where we have small shops that's in our communities, which we call convenience shops. Convenience shops are no more than 3,000 to 8,000 feet square. They have a wide range of assortments, products, varieties are there, and they sell national products as well. Just be mindful, they sell national products as well, meaning that products that are used most nationally, health products, health and beauty, food products and non-food products are sold in this convenience shop, where you can walk just close by your home. You can walk and pay, and then up you go. Prices are a bit higher there because of economies of scale. The transportation doesn't get reduced, but it goes up. The transportation per unit cost goes up because the variety of products are not so many. But they can have about 500 varieties in there of products in the convenience shops. So they could be small, like Tesco's have a convenience shop that operates 24 hours, like I mentioned earlier on. We have convenience shops like Cooperative in our communities. They are also convenience shop. That's very good, actually. Cooperative. Their prices are also a bit high. You could get ice cream, you could get various food, chicken, and all sort of home use or home products for food and non-food, for toilet cleaning, bathroom washings, and all those things. You could even get some books and stationeries. You could get some few electrical gadgets or electronic gadgets in there. Okay, say hair dryers, you could get in there, shampoos and co. And some few drugs you could also pick in there. All right, that's convenience shops, 3,000 to 8,000 feet square. And the money they make is not too much, but they make some good money. They reap a profit. Let's leave the profit level or sales level for now on convenience shops, because I'm not too certain about that. But then let's go to the conventional shops. Conventional shops are shops that have grown out of convenience shops, or convenience shops that have become bigger, of about 20,000 feet square. They occupy about 20,000 feet square. They are not in the various towns as dotted as many as convenience shops, no, but they are in towns, but close by. You could catch a bus and go. If you even have a bicycle, you could catch a bicycle and go in there. So conventional shops have about 1,500 varieties of products. Their prices are not too high, a bit lower than the convenience shops. They do a lot of promotional items. Every week there's a promotion: buy one get one free, buy one get two free, buy one get half price, second half price rather. And this promotion goes on week after week. There are various food and non-food products in there. Some even have electricals, electronic gadgets in there. The air conditioning in there itself is good enough to preserve items. You could use them as a stock keeping units. When it comes to stock keeping units, it presupposes that the various units of the items that they have in there, that they stock, it could be an inventory like that. Then the stock keeping unit is understood mostly where the products have a barcode. You see a barcode. The barcode is alphanumeric. You see, it's like a bar. See it on the screen, the barcode. So it has the point for the manufacturer's code, the item price, then it has the color, the size. So they have a wide variety, and the assortment, the depth is also there in shops. So when they scan the product, when you go to pay, they have a till that you pay. They scan the product and the price shows up straight away. Shops make a profit or a turnover or a sales turn of about $2 million a year. Yeah, and a little more for the space that they occupy. They do a lot of promotions. So their retail mix is so clear. You know, we talk about varieties, we talk of the items they sell, the services they render. They also do have cooperative cards. They have loyalty cards that reduces the price of the items each time you go to make a purchase. So then they have a customer. They have this cooperative loyalty card. We have Tesco's card, we have Sainsbury's card, and all of them, Walmart card and co. But so then we have this conventional shops cards. Convenience shops also have some cards, but not too much that you can rely on. But the conventional shops do have. Conventional shops, some of them have grown into high street shops which are more corporate. See, they've grown into high street shops which are more corporate and supermarkets. So such large supermarkets occupying a space of about 50,000 square feet is one that you should take note of. Why? Wider variety of products, over 1,500 products from 500 manufacturers. Say what you want, look for which product you want. No use product, these are our new products, no bric-a-bracs in there. The prices are lower. The prices are lower because the cost per unit of transporting them and splitting them on each item becomes lower. So the prices in supermarkets or warehouse shops are highly reduced than that of convenience shops. They occupy larger space. They could make profit or sales sometime over 50 million US dollars. Some of these retail chains, corporate retail chains, they could be multinational corporations like Walmart, which is the biggest supermarket in the world. It's a multinational corporation. Then you can have say Amazon, which is transnational corporation. They make more money than the GDP, gross domestic product, of some developing economies. Don't forget Carrefour White House is also another. It's a White House sale. There are varieties of products in there. Carrefour White House deals with phones anyway, but this White House stock a lot. For an instance, the furniture shop, I forgot the name. It's Global Furniture Shop, one of the biggest furniture shop, where they have put the items, the furniture in bits and pieces. So you buy it and then you open it and just fix yourself with the screws and tighten. Just follow instructions and you tighten it up. And they carry a lot of sales, a lot of promotion. Air conditions are there. There are frills there. So don't say there are no frills. There's lots of advertisement, with White House and supermarkets. Such high street supermarkets, multinational corporations, corporate supermarkets are huge. Very huge and nice places to enter. Their retail mix is quite nice. Their promotions are there. Some of the promotions, you buy a fridge, you buy a TV, a 100-inch TV or 50-inch TV, and then they add a blender to it for you. Yeah. Or they add a pressing iron to it for you. You buy a double-door fridge, and then they add maybe a kettle, tea kettle to it, or a coffee maker to it for you. So those are promotions that they carry out, and they break bulk nicely. So supermarkets are also good. Nations who don't have, nations must ensure that they grow their hawkers all the way to supermarkets, and if possible, international or multinational corporations, and if possible, doable, transnational corporations like Amazon. That way, you can have, we have one transnational corporation, which is, I've forgotten the name, which is, it's not Alibaba. Alibaba is big. Alibaba is bigger. Alibaba is also a transnational corporation, which is in China. Then we have those delivery companies too, the delivery retails. Once they satisfy you, they become retail. The name is H. Kwame Afaglu. If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact us online. So we have dealt with retail mix. That is comprising of retail mix, and then the varieties, type of assortment, and services rendered. We mentioned that there could be credit card that comes with multinational corporations, that's supermarkets. They give credit cards. So they render services that they have to look for trade-off. They look at the cost and benefit, and then the cost aspect of the service, and then the benefit. Is it after sales service? Some corporate entities or supermarkets don't give after sales services. Some do at no cost, some do at a cost. Is it a place where children can be cared for? They could change their diapers, dressing room and co. Are they going to cost it or they are not going to cost it? They look at all that, and it is part of the mix. Services that are rendered, but those services are not rendered at convenience shops, nor on hawkers. They are mostly rendered at the supermarket end. And that's why we say the supermarket, some of them have other services like the fuel dump. You drive in there, there's a fuel dump, you can fuel and then go. There's a dentist in there, you can attend to your dentist, doctors can attend to you, all in the supermarket. Those are huge places. You can even play basketball, some games, indoor games in the supermarket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can even get a cinema in there. Yeah. The name is H. Kwame Family. Thank you. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to put them up on our email or our WhatsApp or YouTube.